Let's go across to Sunil Prabhu, joining us for more on this. Sunil, over the last 48 hours, many people have questioned just why we're not hearing from the Prime Minister or Sonia Gandhi amidst, of course, all this divide between the Congress and the government now really clearly out in the open. And finally, the Prime Minister speaking his mind and in a way really defending it.
Yes, Natasha, clearly the Prime Minister quite categorical, saying that it's an unfortunate incident, something that was voiced by Pranab Mukherjee yesterday to us, where he said it was an unfortunate incident and saying that there was really no alternative. Having said that, the party and the government now trying to unite in the onslaught of the attack that has taken place from the BJP, RSS combined, which they say is basically behind this events that have taken unfolded after the Baba Ramdev was externed from New Delhi. So clearly the party and the government realized that they need to come together. There were a number of questions that were asked at yesterday's meeting of where the Congress president was holding an office bearers meeting, where she asked the union ministers to be present, and they tried to take stock of the situation and understand firsthand from the government the reason behind why they took that action. And clearly it's now the effort of the government to get to the bottom of it and see that those answers, the questions that have been asked by the Supreme Court today are given a befitting reply, as well as to ensure that the message goes down home to the Congress worker and to the people at large, the reason behind why they had to take the decision, and ensure that there is no separation between the government and the government, because otherwise it will be really embarrassing, because the last week has been quite embarrassing for the government and now they need to look forward.
Right, but that being on the same page really not looking very possible at the moment, at least for now. Sunil, thanks very much for joining us. Peter, let me get you in at this stage. The effort might be to speak in the same voice, but that's far from what's happening. Anil Shastri is tweeting saying it was unfortunate, avoidable. The Prime Minister saying unfortunate, unavoidable, even as the government really finds itself under attack. The Congress very keen to distance itself. They've made that very apparent in the last 48 hours, more than we've seen over the last week.
I think that's true, and today those are very strong words by Shastri. Digvijay Singh had also hinted at it, yet today it's very, very clear. And from all reports we'd heard that Sonia Gandhi was not pleased with the 4 ministers rushing to the airport to receive Baba Ramdev. And at one of the meetings I heard from some that she'd asked him, why did you go? Asked Pranab Mukherjee, and he said very clearly, I was told by the Prime Minister to go. So it seems that not only between the party and the government, within the government, there have been 2 lines, how tough to take a stand or how soft to go. Right. And I think that somewhere the government has fallen between those 2 stools.
The Prime Minister is really virtually defending his decision there, that if it really was his, but defending the action certainly when he says it is unfortunate, but hey, it was unavoidable. There's only so much that we could have done.
It's a sort of an expression of regret that we didn't want this kind of thing to happen. It's very unfortunate what happened, but our hands were tied. But the country needs to know why the hands were tied. And I suppose now with the Supreme Court into the picture, we'll probably in the days to come hear more about it.
Where does this really leave the Prime Minister? Do you suspect that he's going to find himself isolated yet again, with now, like you're saying, Pranab Mukherjee saying it wasn't my decision, Sonia Gandhi questioning just why they had to go as far as they had to go?
I think, you see, where they needed to be tough, and they could have externed Baba Ramdev the day he came to the airport, if the line was to be tough, or if they wanted to be soft and use the persuasive report, then they should not have made public the agreement on Saturday evening, which got the Baba go ballistic, even though he'd not kept to his terms of the
So they've mishandled
promise.
the situation, misjudged the situation, mishandled.
Yeah, mishandled it. And what surprises me and mystifies me is that this big party, 126-year-old party, with the wealth of experience that it has, is not able to handle situations. That is because I think there's not a clear command, number one. Also, they're not able to set the agenda, preempt situations. They're all the time reacting to crisis.
Right. Have they made a hero out of him?
Yes, certainly. They've made him, they've united the opposition, they've united a divided civil society, they've made him the, I won't say icon, but certainly a hero of an anti-corruption movement.
Right. Well,
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.